Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you how to use basic power tools. In this video, I'll be going over the full explanation of the various basic power tools that you can use. Now, there are obviously tons of power tools, and I'm only going to be covering 4 of them in this video, but these are the main 4 that you want to have if you want to have a good amount of power tools just to use for regular around-the-house stuff. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into the video. First of all, power tools can come in battery form or corded electrical form, okay? And I'll be covering both of those. So first and foremost, you have your basic drill, okay? Very simple. This is a battery powered drill. Obviously, you can have a corded drill as well. But I like the battery powered ones because they're just really quick and easy to use and rechargeable. Now, essentially, you're going to have a main lever that you're going to use, and when you push that down, it's going to rotate the drill. Now, there's also going to be an additional little button, probably somewhere around here, and that's going to switch it between reverse and forward. Also known as reverse would be counterclockwise, and forward would be clockwise. Very simple. Okay, if you want to change the bit, you can rotate this part right here, okay? Remove the old bit, put the new one in place, and then rotate it back, just like that, okay? There's also probably going to be an additional knob rotation over here that will allow you to choose how much pressure you want the drill to exert. And you're probably also going to have a speed control at the top, okay? Most drills have these standard features on them, okay? Very, very simple. So obviously you can use a drill to screw things into place, to unscrew them. You can put different attachments to make holes and so forth. It's pretty much a must-have for any homeowner or any person that's doing any sort of work because it's so versatile. Next up is the impact driver, which is, like, in my opinion, a very specific kind of drill, but ridiculously powerful. This is like imagine like a race car that only turns right, but it goes so fast but it only turns right, so it only does one thing, okay? So with an impact driver, it's going to be the same thing. You can go reverse or forward depending on the knob selection over here. But what an impact driver does is it turns as well as impacts. So it turns, and while it turns, it's going pa 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 pa. So it allows you to screw things into place much faster, much easier, much more efficiently. And it uses a very specific type of bit. You can only put in one type of bit into here. With the drill, you can put anything that fits in there, okay? And this goes wider and smaller, whereas with the impact driver, okay, very simple. Only one kind of bit, and it has this right here that allows you to remove it and replace it really quickly and efficiently. If you're looking to just drive screws into place, this is what you need. If you're, for instance, building a deck, boom, this right here, just just drive those screws in, okay? So that's it for your driving utensils, okay, your driving power tools, and those are battery operated. And then we actually have, we'll start with this one here, 2 corded power tools. This is an angle grinder, and I like this. I'll tell you why. It's extremely useful because it serves as a grinding tool, as a cutting tool. It does so many different things, okay? Basically, you have a disc, and the disc can be suited for metal or for concrete, masonry, or for wood, whatever the case is, okay? So you have a disc, and when you plug it in and you turn it on, okay, it's going to rotate. Essentially, that disc is going to rotate, and you can use it to grind things down, to cut things, and so forth, okay? Before I plug it in, there's going to be a knob that you use to actually turn it on. In this case, it's going to be over here. Most likely, you'll be able to turn it on, and then you have to hold it in the on position most of the time to make it work as a safety precaution. Most of the time, that's the case. When you release it, it should turn off, okay? There's also going to be an additional handle. Always hold this handle, okay? Never trying like this. No, that's so dangerous. Hold that handle, okay? Angle grinding is not a one-handed job. It is definitely a two-handed job. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this in right here. This GFCI was tripping yesterday quite a bit. I got to look into it, but hopefully it still works right now. Okay, so once it's plugged in, all you got to do, make sure you hold the handle, make sure all of your hands and anything that is, is free and clear from that disc right there. Check that out, okay? Like, I mean, literally, this thing is really, really capable, okay? It can do pretty much anything. So, like, I used to have I call it a chop saw. It's like a miter saw. but I actually got rid of it because I do a lot of my cutting by hand. I gave it to my dad. So obviously, you know, I do, if you are interested in me doing a completely separate video on all of the various types of saws that you can use, let me know as a comment below. If I get enough comments saying, yeah, go for it, then I'll do it, okay? Because there are so many saws that I think they deserve their own video. There's so many types of saws. Next up is a corded power tool once again. This is actually a sanding tool. Sanding tools come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. This is a sort of like a major sanding tool. We have like a mouse, which is a smaller one. You have an orbital sander, which moves around. Very simple, okay? They all do different things, but if you're looking to just sand some things in general, refinish some furniture, this is should have cleaned it before this video. This is probably going to be your best bet. So very simple. After I plug it in, I'll plug it in first. You can see right now. Let's just fix this plug right here. I'll plug it in. Once again, there we go. Oh, no, let's try this way. No, try this way again. There we go. Okay, so essentially you're gonna probably have an on and off switch, and it's probably gonna be an automatic where you switch it on and it stays on. Just like that. Now, these are extremely useful, and I'll tell you why. If you ever have had to sand something, you'll know how much work goes into sanding that thing. You'll know how much work it takes to sand something down. This does all the elbow work for you. All you gotta do is apply a little bit of pressure, as much as you need, and move it around. And this does the movement of the sandpaper for you, which allows you to sand that thing, that object, much more easily. That's basically it. I just wanted to go over some basic power tools that I had lying around in my garage. Also, quick note, you're probably gonna have a bag on your sanding tool. On your sander, very important to keep that on, minimizes the dust. And always, you know, if you're using it to sand something, wear a dust mask, wear a respirator, you know, protect your lungs at all costs. Okay, but essentially, I just wanted to cover some basic power tools that I found as I was unpacking my garage. I had everything packed up. We just moved into a new house, so I was unpacking all the stuff in the garage. I found some power tools, and I'm like, hey, let's make a video about it. So with that being said, you know, there are many other options. If you want me to do a part 2, where I cover all the other tools, or even a specific saw or cutting based video on how to use all the various saws, then drop a comment below. I'll gladly do it. If there's enough interest, I'll gladly do it. But that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.